Hey everybody, Jaber Reno here, and welcome back. It's the true story of Arkain, created by Undread, Act 8, Chapter 4. We had a unique mission to the true story last time where we played as the Bone Lords with their very scary introduction. Strong guys, gonna have to take them down eventually. Or maybe they'll just win and beat everybody, who knows? Alright, the Great Hunt. I don't remember this mission offhand. Far away from other events, Gorthog the Beast Lord makes his way to meet with the Pigmen of Sauria. While he has doubts about Efrog's suspicions regarding Amari, he intends to bring them into the Dominion to even the odds in case there was any truth to them. The Pigmen are known to be a warlike race that shares several similarities to the Orcs, meaning that common ground could be found. However, unbeknownst to Gorthog, pigs and boars aren't what he's going to encounter in this place. Instead, a bull is waiting for him, patiently. So yeah, this seems like it's going to be a new map, because all this stuff is brand new context related to the true story. So I think this is also a true story unique. New content just dropped. You love to see it. So Gorthog was responsible for the death of the Bear Regiment leader Fergan, which was part of the reason I think that, what's his name? The head of the Bull Regiment is very mad and is also now undertaking his path for vengeance, and it seems like now we're going to be facing down with him. Evil, twisted creature. Excuse me, what? Weak. Was this supposed to just be how the map starts? Or did we, like, somehow get to the end of the map immediately? The abomination is dead. Justice at last. This vengeance, it feels empty. Fergan, Ramarius, Salier, Blen, and so many more. I couldn't protect any of them. What is one dead green creature compared to the lives of the many friends I've lost? Nothing. It is nothing. Do I just need to, like, stop this recording and figure out what's going on? Gorthog, not you. He's dead, chieftain. There's nothing we can do. Tepid pause. Oh, he was so close to linking up with these other two. He was a great chieftain who led his clan to greatness, an honorable orc who shared Rangul's goals. He did not deserve to die like this. We should get moving. There may still be humans nearby. Yes, Rangul must know about this. He trusted Gorthog. Rangul. Is anything wrong, Inara? You don't know, do you? Know what? Tepid pause. I'm sorry, Lokar. My riders found a warrior of the Deathbreeze clan not too long ago. Apparently he had escaped the red-clad soldiers. He was badly injured. He told us Rangul was dead. What? Dead? I thought you'd been informed. I'm sorry. You lie. I wish. I'm truly sorry, Lokar. First my chieftain, then Wrath, then Gorthog, and now Rangul? Yes, many died. That is the price we have to pay. And for what? For an invasion that has brought us nothing but death? I swore that I would protect my clan and follow Rangul's cause. Now, I'm not sure what we're even fighting for. Have we heard any word of survivors? If Rangul is dead, then how do we know the others are still alive? The warrior died before he could tell us anything. We only know that Rangul is dead. We'll have to find out what happened to the rest. Tepid pause. We return to our camp and stay there. I have to think about our next move very carefully. As you wish. Dude, they're so close to linking up with the rest, but Gorthog was also the designated successor of Rangul. We're risking our lives for an orc. I hope you know what you're doing. Don't question me. I've taken this knowledge from our master and spent decades studying it. He can no longer perform it himself. I'll prove that I should be the one leading our race, not that brute Krogar. And this orc will be proof of that. I'm fascinated with what's going on here. And no price will be too high. Ugh, my head, my chest, wait, my skin. Welcome back, Gorthog. I'm Izaraz. I brought you back from the dead and made you more than you ever were. Uh-oh. You turned me into this? A Mogtar? Stay your blade, my hot-headed friend. I literally saved your life. That human killed you. I'm surprised that you let yourself get caught by him so easily. Perhaps your reputation was an exaggeration after all. Why did you bring me back? And how did you turn me into this thing? I've used powers that even our creator can no longer use. You are my masterpiece. It took my 4 apprentices and a significant portion of my life force to create you. Creator? It was Tregok the Dark One who created our kind, and it was his reward for freeing him. When our people were still orcs, we came across a strange temple on our home continent. We opened it looking for treasures. By doing so, we awoke the Dark One. Lore? Hot lore? He rewarded us by slowly turning us into Mogtar, making us better than orcs. Of course, our jealous green-skinned kin turned against us and a war broke out. Eventually, the Master decided to sink our homeworld and lead us to this continent. Your kind also somehow managed to find your way here. So much lore? Of course, you wouldn't know these things. Your ancestors, unlike ours, didn't bother to keep records of such things. Maybe Zermac knows? Maybe Zermac knows. Tepid pause. Enough of this. There's work to be done, my marvelous masterpiece. Your former kin have slain several high-ranking members of the Mogtar, and that coward Krogar has left us all to die. Now our formerly united army has splintered into several groups. Only the Darkborn, the chosen children of our master, keep us from going all-out war against each other. New faction? Draenei units? Tregok goons? Each of the clan hosts one of their warlords. We Mogtar respect only strength, and through you, my magnificent creation, I will prove that I am stronger than all of them combined. Together we will unite the splinter groups by convincing the Darkborn warlords of both my skills and your strength. We will lead our people and become the most powerful servants of Tregok. Together we can achieve so much, my good Gorthog. Tepid pause. There is one mistake in your plan. There is, pray tell. You turned me into a monster. And I will not let you try this ever again. Got him! I will not unite the Mogtar. I will tame them like the beasts they are, and then I will direct them at the enemies of the Orcs. I'm not sure if Rangul will accept me in this new state. Perhaps. Perhaps there's a way to undo this. Somehow. So that was actually the beginning of the mission. Gorthog just gets smacked down by Dorbrick with no prelude at all. Old friends find the Murlocs. Let's go! New arcane lore. We're going to read the lore right at the beginning this time because I'm fascinated. Kill the Darkborn warlords. Following the defeat of the Mogtar and the deaths of several high-ranking members of their society, the Mogtar has splintered into several groups vying for control. An ambitious individual like Gorthog could unite these beasts under his control. However, the Mogtar are still under the influence of their creator. His Darkborn warlords, while not able to control the clans directly, keep them in line. Defeating them would not only prove Gorthog's strength and force the clans into following him, but also sever the connection between the Mogtar and their distant master. Gorthog intends to gain control of the Mogtar race, catching as many warriors as he can for the cause of the Orcs. So we're actually going to try to make a little Mogtar faction. I feel like Amari will be way, way more interested in welcoming this group in, but I have no idea how Gorthog would feel about working directly with Amari since Rangul is dead. Also, Gorthog knows that he was the designated successor to Rangul, though he may give that up because now he is Mogtar, and he will willingly acquiesce. Find the Murlocs. While allying the Pigmen didn't go as planned, Gorthog still has other allies he can summon to support him. Close to the village where the Bull Regiment caught up to him, there had been a lake. Gorthog knew that some Murlocs were living there, Murlocs who belonged to the ones he had recruited for the Orcs and their allies. They would surely come to his aid. Gorthog the Beast Lord. From the perspective of Gorthog, am I correct? Yeah, from the perspective of Gorthog. You can intimidate Mogtar dissidents to force them into joining you by using brute force on one of them. The bigger clans will only join you once the respective Darkborn warlord has been slain. So we want to snipe the warlords is what I'm getting here. So Tregok's factions are getting way more fleshed out too, which is important because I feel like the end of this has to involve Tregok in some way, and the second books really didn't. It felt like they didn't, and I hope that that's going to be a much bigger part to how this true story ends. There has to be some involvement with Tregok, and I like how now his faction is fleshed out way more. He created the Mogtar. The Mogtar were the ones that... Well, no, that's not true. Well, he did create the Mokhtar, but the Orcs let him out on their home continent long ago. He reformed, he turned some of them into Mokhtar, he sunk their continent, they fled and ended up on the Orc Islands. And then the Mokhtar came to Saria, is my understanding here. Interesting. Okay, again, it's much more fleshed out. And then apparently these this Draenei faction, the broken Draenei faction, is going to be its own thing too. Let's actually read the lore. I still cannot fully believe what's happened to me. I died. I wasn't just close to death. I was dead. I don't remember anything from that period of time, but I am sure that I am actually me, even in this new form. While that vile warlock turned me into a monster, I will do all I can to make the best of it, even if I dare not look at myself right now. Tregok the Dark One. So this Tregok, it would appear that the ancestors of the Mokhtar, while still Orcs, awoke him and unleashed him onto the world. Whatever the implications of that are, I don't recall ever having heard of such a being. I do wonder, though, how much of what the warlock claimed was true. As in, did this Tregok really sink our homeland? And was it really on purpose? I suppose I'll never know. I don't care either way, to be honest. I'm not going to serve the Dark One. I'm my own Orc. Yes! You know, we've questioned, like, what are Tregok's intentions? And I asked this before, I'm like, maybe he's really not that bad of a guy, and it's all been through the lens of Eredon, but, like, now we're learning he just straight up sunk the entire continent that the Orcs were on, so it seems like he's just a bad dude. Granted, that was after he was reawakened and was probably fueled with rage. Mokhtar, despite the fact that I suppose I am one of them now, I still despise their race. According to the warlock, this Tregok had turned honorable Orcs into these vile creatures. From the way he phrased it, I suppose the process was not instant, but rather slowly over time. I imagine them slowly having their minds and bodies changed, first realizing it and being terrified by it until being so twisted that they embraced it. Perhaps I do actually pity them a bit now that I think about it. They're still beasts that will do as I say, like all beasts do eventually. Darkborn. I don't know much about these things other than that they are absolutely disgusting. They're definitely not Mokhtar. I doubt they were Orcs. Perhaps they were humans once? The warlock mentioned that Tregok mutated the Orcs to become Mokhtar. Who knows what he did to the other races? Fascinating. Well, we've got Gorthog. His ultimate is permanent, right? So we'll just... That bull thought he killed you. He underestimated your regenerative abilities, Trenfei.
Yes, Lord. I am yours.
Okay.
Oh. Excellent choice. Yes, Lord.
Found a power here in the middle. We'll be using that. He's got a pet lizard. Shockwave, the best ability to ever exist, as I've come to learn. So what are we doing? We got to go find some dissidents and quell them. It said that they're dissidents and we just have to brute force them back to our side.
What task is there?
Okay.
Oh.
Well, that one just let me kill him. Get in line, beasts. You fight for me now. So, okay, so there's going to be these little groups, and you have to kill one of them, and then they join you, it seems like. Okay, well, let's find as many as we can. We're also looking for the Murlocs. Don't do any AoE here. We don't want to do any AoE. We just want to kill the one guy. You know, they turned him into Mokhtar where supposedly he'd be stronger, but he doesn't seem that much stronger. I don't know how much health he had prior to this, but you know, he doesn't have that much HP. I'm glad I put this Orb of Lightning on him previously. I must have put these items on him previously, or maybe he started with them. I think we want to find as many of these red guys as possible. I don't know why I don't share vision with these Irazaz followers. I feel like I probably should. So we have vision on the warlords. We don't have any sort of stealth mechanic here. We're just going to have to bomb our way in. I'm not sure if we probably want to find more allies first. Maybe we want to find the Murlocs first. It's probably not. The base ahead is heavily guarded. I shouldn't go there just yet. Okay. Well, your wish is my command. We won't go there just yet. So maybe he's telling me I shouldn't go to any of the bases first. We should find more dissidents or the Murlocs. So let's just kind of follow this outlying circle of a path. Oh, hello. Oh. Uh-oh. Get out of there. Help me. Okay, we're going back to the fountain. Go ahead, buddy. My pets can take care of this. Okay, a little spooky, admittedly. A little spooky. Seems like this would lead us up to this group, maybe? All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Hopefully we get some better items here, too. So it seems like we're going to be coming back to the middle a lot. It's micro mission. Presumably, these aren't rescuable buildings, are they?
Need something.
We can't build more Mogtar, at least not yet, because we haven't quelled
Yes, Lord. Excellent choice.
turn that off. We haven't like quelled any of the. Well, not quelled. I was gonna say it's not like there's an uprising, but we haven't assassinated any of the warlords yet.
I am yours.
We just gotta find. Hopefully, we get some items that drop for him.
Task is there.
And once we get a group of other Mogtar, we'll just bomb in there. I thought these would do chaos damage because they're based on Fel Orcs, but Shar must have changed their damage types.
Excellent choice.
Let's kill the raider.
Yes, Lord.
Get ourselves a warlock here, because we're probably gonna want to be unholy frenzying at least Gorthog. Get in line, beasts. You fight for me now.
Master.
880.
Yes.
That's more than like our Sea Raiders, like just straight up normal grunts. Have
Excellent choice.
I think they have 800, which is still more. Is that more than a normal grunt from like the base game as well? I don't know. In either case, it seems like these Mogtar are actually better.
Excellent choice.
And then those hidden Darkborn too, they popped out and they actually did quite a number on me. They have small models, so I'm like, oh, these guys aren't doing that much damage. They almost just straight up killed me.
Are your heroes and obey? I am yours.
Okay, we're at full health now, so I'm not that concerned. Go ahead and summon here. It's like every time we kill one of these groups, I need to go back to the fountain.
Excellent choice.
But we can scout with our pets, because they're resummonable. Okay, not there. Might as well, kill what we can. I didn't get a notification that we shouldn't go to this base. Also, we're not getting any gold or anything like that, so it seems like we're not going to be able to build here. Good job, Pet Lizard. You did good. You did fine. Debuff both of them, and then get back to this one. Warthog, come on back up and help your pet. And we can resummon him, her, whatever. Trenfei. I sometimes think back to that one mission as Gardon, where we found a bunch of Murlocs and we did the side objective to get some items. And I thought maybe if we didn't do that, the Murlocs would have been stronger when we were able to bring them in for the Red Fist mission, and maybe that they would otherwise be stronger here. I hope that's not the case. I'm just saying it's certainly possible.
Excellent choice.
Okay, we'll kill these guys. Unfortunately, we just have Immolation Aura, which is not my favorite, but that's the tool we have, so that's the tool we gotta use. Okay, should we bring up our other dudes?
Yes.
Seems like we're pretty close to this guy. Like, it wouldn't be that hard to... Oh, never mind. He's got a lot of dudes, doesn't he? That seems like quite a lot of stuff. Maybe we shouldn't be doing this yet?
Excellent choice.
Well, let's just pull one by one, get our other units in. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not good. Okay, these guys are going to be really strong with that chain heal, so I don't think we quite have what it takes yet.
What task is there?
Unless we can snipe these casters.
Yes, Lord.
And they're healing themselves, and oh no. Back them up, back them up. Okay, we killed one of the casters. Okay, big progress today. We're just gonna go back. I'm gonna get more guys. It seems like this faction, specifically with those chain healers, I mean, in the base game when you can use those, they're very good. So we can't take them lightly. Also, these guys have levels. So if they're actually meant to be a faction, eventually I'd expect them to not have, like, the levels on them. But I'm a little nervous for when we may have to actually have a macro session against that faction with the chain heal. That's not good. Oh, that's going to be real bad for us. Okay, Trenfei get added.
How can I help?
We can at least send Trenfei out there to look for more guys. We're also, yeah, maybe the sooner we find the Murlocs, the better as well. Axe thrower, 2 axe throwers. Let's grab an axe thrower and a grunt. The more grunts, the better, in my opinion.
Direct me. We're under attack. Yes, Lord.
Okay, Gorthog, head on up. Uh-oh, well, maybe we're going to kill them together. I changed my mind. We're going to kill the grunt. 2 axe throwers. Never hurt anybody. Maybe we should be a little more aggressive with the rest of my group, too, and actually make this go a little faster. Get in line, beasts. You fight for me now. Delightful. Another group. I don't think this connects to the top, and it looks like this direction does not lead to an enemy base. Bull Regiment. Let's bring up our other units. They said that the Murlocs were near Bull Regiment, so again, we'll just pick them off one by one. Let Mr. Pet Lizard help deal with them. Okay, cool. Perfect. Perfect. Again, we draw a few. We don't need to take them all out at the same. More of you bulls. I will destroy you. That red orc looked like the one the general killed. Grah! Kill it! So Berengar is still out there. And while Gorthog is now technically alive, this does live up to what I had said previously, which is, in Arkain, you're not allowed to die unless you're fulfilling the vengeance plot of another character. And that has indeed been the case. We heard the call, and we follow Mighty Gorthog. You look different, however. What's happened to you? Oh, that's not good. Get out of there. Losing some Murlocs. Ooh, Murloc Mammoth. I like that. We're losing units. We're losing units silly. Okay, I think those losses were not appropriate for us, but unfortunately that's just sort of the way it is. Okay, you guys go back to the fountain. And what did they say? We heard the call. We follow Mighty Gorthog. You look different, however. What has happened to you? There are enemies to fight. Such details do not matter. Of course, we're happy to join your hunt.
I am yours.
Okay, Gorthog, go back as well.
Yes.
Seems like there's a lot of going back to the fountain type situation here. Let's take a small group of these and maybe look around for more. We can subjugate Mogtar, small groups of Mogtar with this. I should have just bombed into the Bull Regiment completely and drew them out. And then spawned the Murlocs, but I didn't know how it would work. Oh, this is where Gorthog was downed originally. Killed, actually. Okay, he's healing. I'm just looking for more Mogtar. Apparently there's none here. Okay, there's some. 3 grunts. Let's dive in there. Lead with these guys. Don't lose the little guys. Okay, cool. Head back to the center. Get in line, beast. You fight for me now. We bring Gorthog over to join this group of hunting Murlocs. Could be some further south of us as well. No, we already looked down there.
I am yours. Excellent choice.
So where do we want to go first?
Yes.
I see some more. Let's kill the Warlock. I just don't use them enough. They're okay, but the ones we have, they're really fragile. We need an army for a micro mission that can actually survive. Okay, cool. So we've got this group of Mogtar. Almost a full group. It would be a full group had I not lost a few. So you guys come on down, and then
Excellent choice.
we have Murloc melee group. Let's go ahead and we've got Murloc melee group, and then we have Murloc ranged group, which I can probably just go ahead and add to different hotkey. I'm just looking for, just looking for as many Mogtar as possible to add to my groups. And let's move down with everybody that we've got. The addition of the Murlocs here is really clever. Oh gosh, where am I going now? Oh, okay. Yeah, kill the Raider. I mean, Ensnare can be okay, but I'm never gonna. Okay, so we run him over.
Yes, Lord.
This, to me, feels like the most appropriate way to start the map, and then we can just go one by one to each of the bases. We're down by... Our army is down by orange, so let's do that first. That's a different clan, so let's head back over here. And we want to make a move pretty much straight for that guy. Right? So let's move our units down here. My thought is, as soon as we kill him, all the other units in the base will come under our control, or at least become neutral, and maybe spawn units for us towards the other bases. So the faster we can do that, the better things are going to be. So maybe we just want to distract, like use half of our army to distract stuff, and then use the other half of our army to try and snipe the Warlord. Or we just kill everything on the way to the Warlord because it's the safest thing to do. Get in line, beasts. Alright, we got some more guys. I don't know if there's anywhere we haven't explored yet. Up there, maybe? Where there could be more Mogtar. Okay, let's see if we can just draw out some of the defenders. And just get a line straight in to the enemies. Big shockwave. This is good. Trenfei's the one that's taking the heat. That's exactly what we want. Okay, let's go for this. Looks like we've got a pretty clear path in. We don't want to be destroying any structures. And I don't have any healing, so we have to be very careful with Gorthog. I feel like once we take this base, this will get a lot easier. I mean, we have to just go for it in these cases. What I'm going to do is quick save, and I'm just going to right-click this guy and see what happens. What is this? You're no ordinary Mogtar. He's, like, perfectly surrounded by them. Almost. Yes! The Bone Slayer clan is now at your disposal. Okay, that's exactly what we wanted to have happen, actually. Got it, got it. It's cool seeing Gorthog really get some love here. It's like, how much are you willing to sacrifice? How much are you really willing to sacrifice in order to make progress into a clan's base? Hard to say. Is it enough to justify doing it at all? What's up here? Oh, okay. Well, I guess that guy chose not to join us. That's fine, I guess. Pet lizard, please. You guys gotta move. You can soul burn that guy though, because if he whirlwinds, we're in trouble. Just soul burn him again. I'm once again asking you to soul burn him. We're a genius. Okay, claws of attack. I like that. Well, that's what you get for not joining us, dude. Brown? I guess? We have a lot of guys now. Let's just head on down there. As much as I want to just assassinate the dudes, once we have enough units, I mean, we don't want to destroy the bases outright, I guess. But that's just for, like, a lore perspective type thing. Realistically, we just got to do whatever we got to do to get to the warlords. But these buildings existing don't actually matter to us at all. Nor do we... Oh, no, we do share vision with them. I was like, is there a reason that we can't... Oh, and then the pigmen tents here. So I think the implication here is that the pigmen have been wiped out. Interesting. I didn't even think about that. Because I was wondering earlier, I'm like, maybe the pigmen... I noticed some of these buildings, actually, we don't share vision with, which is a little strange. Like, are we still going to be able to bring the pigmen in eventually? And it seems like no, they're gone. I don't know if they're, like, completely gone or what, but they seem to be gone. Yeah, I don't know why some of these burrows didn't swap. No reason to just throw units away. Okay, we want Gorthog in the front, please. Slow and poison, let's go. Everybody move on up here. We can use skeletons too, but instead we just... I think we got to keep these guys alive. Soulburn's going to be absolutely critical to use against enemy those healers, those Darkborn healers. Okay, similar situation. We just want to lure out stuff that's kind of in the front and just chip away at it. I think taking orange out early the way I did was the right choice. Obama giving Obama a medal, as it were. Can I get Pet Lizard out? I'm just trying to use my units to the best effect here. No, don't destroy the buildings, though. I will destroy the towers, but we just have to kill the warlords. Where is he? Oh, he's down there. Okay. Once again, we right-click him. You dare attack a servant of your master? I guess we can leave these guys back. We don't need them in here. The Terrafang clan is now at your disposal. Okay, well, bring everyone that was attacking in so we can heal them. There have been and will be losses when we dive in, but that's okay. We're on our track to finish now. Let's go up here since we've already cleared this area out for the most part.
What you want?
The upper right was the one where he's like, don't go there yet, so I'm assuming that might be the strongest one. Or it's possible he would say, don't go there yet, when you get to any of the bases. I don't know. I'm not sure if there's an intended order here or not. Okay, I think we're good to go. No other side objectives or anything like that. This is exciting. Now we're going to have a Mogtar faction that's just sort of unaligned. I mean, it is, like, in that he wants to help the other orcs, but will he actually be given the opportunity to is the question. Again, what I also like, though, is that there are these factions now popping up around Arkain that are going to align with Tragok. There might be, maybe there's, like, going to be an Imperial regiment that aligns with him. Maybe there's going to be, a leftover Golden Guard faction that, stuff like that. I like that. And it sort of fits with him in the past, where he just sort of picks off previous, he picks off, like, other factions and changes them in some way, and they become part of his faction. I think the units in the Pearl of Lore... were like shadow creatures that were twisted.
Excellent choice.
Or maybe they were his creation. It said that he never created anything, so I'm thinking maybe... Man, they can only chain heal so much, right? So we've got to... Just gotta try to bomb through these. I guess we can stun him. Yeah, they only have so much HP, too. Okay, keep going. Wait, there aren't even any orcs in here. So you were Izuraz's pawn in this game, in his game-to-game power. He is bold to attack the Darkborn. Okay, well, there he is. What? No, what has that fool done? It's time to deal with the last of the warlords. Move out. Yeah, this guy didn't give me anything. He didn't even drop an item.
Direct me.
It's weird. I feel like we should share vision with these buildings. Because we essentially absorbed Izuraz's followers, right? Or maybe there's still some red unaligned ones that we have to bully out there somewhere, and once you capture all of those, then Servants of the Dark One. Once you bully all of those, then you gain vision of this? I don't know. That's a minor thing. Okay, up here next.
How can I help?
Yeah, we got a lot of guys. I'm happy with this. Maybe I should hotkey all of my actual units. I tried to soul burn that one, but my casters were too far away. Firebolt also works, but the stun I don't think lasts as long as a soul burn would. They are leveled creeps, though, so I think that means that they have different resistances to certain magic. Like, you can cast it, but it lasts way less, similar to, like, a hero. I'm not sure if a level 6 creep is equal to, like, a level 6, like, actual hero. You know what I mean? It's possible.
Yeah. What task is there? Wait. Yes.
Okay.
We're under attack.
Come, my beast, kill them all. Oh! Yo! Go! Don't just run in there, though.
Yes, Lord Chief.
What is this? They call me a beast lord for a reason.
How can I help?
We're going! Sand drakes! Oh, you love to see them. They really are in here. Enraged wild kid. That's pretty cool. I assume this would happen whichever base you leave for last. Where's the actual warlord? Bonebreaker plant is now at your disposal. Clean him up. Clean him up. Get him out of here. This is my base now. You said you wanted to talk in private, but why come back here? To make sure that nobody was around to eavesdrop. I've been thinking, and I have made a decision. The invasion is over. Without Rangul, without Gorthog, and who knows who else is dead. We've failed. There's nothing left for us but to return home. You cannot be serious. The other clans might still be alive. You wouldn't want to turn on them like you did on Wrath, would you? Wrath dug his own grave, and he lied to us. He forced our hands, as you should know. And how are you any better than him, huh? I'm not abandoning my fellow orcs. I abandon this madness. We will return to the Orc Islands. Have you forgotten what the goblins told us already? The humans burned them down. There's nothing to go back to. Then we will rebuild our homes. It will not be easy, yes, but it will be better than marching to certain death. Fighting the humans has brought us nothing but misery. We shall rebuild not just our homes, but those of the other clans as well, to give any survivors a place to return to. Based Lokar? I've made my decision, Inara. I don't like it either, but unless we get a sign, any sign that any of the other clans are still alive, I'm afraid we have no other choice. Tepid pause. I know you disagree, especially after we've come so far. But you too must see the reason behind this. I'll tell our clans to leave Saria first thing in the morning. But no, you're so close to the other ones. No, you won't. What? I haven't come so far to let your sudden change of heart get in the way. Lokar. No, what have you done? Gorthog, is that you? How did you survive? I'm pretty sure I saw your corpse not long ago. What happened to you? You shot him in the back. Not only did you kill him, no, you had to do it in such a cowardly manner. He wanted to run away like a coward. He deserved no better. But what am I doing? What am I doing? I do not have to justify my actions to the likes of you, Gorthog. He did nothing to deserve this. Has your imprisonment by the humans damaged your brain? No. Is this how the humans knew that I was here? Did Amari tell them? And did she send you to make sure that I would die if the bull bastards failed to kill me? Your transformation into a Mogtar seems to have damaged your brain, Gorthog. It's made you paranoid. You won't get away with this. Or will I? Lokar forced me to do this. And you, no orc would listen to you anymore. There's no way back for you now, Gorthog. You used to tame beasts, now you've become one of them. Enjoy your new kingdom, Mogtar. Tepid pause. Was this part of Amari's game, or someone else's? Who's playing us like pawns? Chieftain? Tepid pause. I want all riders to get moving. Find whatever animals you can to hunt. Break down the remains of the camps. Take everything that could be useful. Also make sure to refill our water supplies. And finally, scour the area for any Mokhtar that have decided not to participate in this conflict. They can either join freely or I will encourage them to do so. Move. Damn. Base Lokar going down just like that. Tepid pause. She was right about one thing, Trenfei. I'm no longer an orc. I am a Mokhtar monster, and there is no turning back. Probably. Ah! The warlock has turned me into a monster to serve this Tregok. Well, he's dead. I will not suffer the fate he forced upon me. I will either find a way to undo this curse so that I may return to my people, or I will find and kill every single servant of this Dark One, even if I have to travel to the end of this damn world. And I'll get to the bottom to whatever's happened here. First with me, then with Lokar. Whoever's playing their games with us, they'll not get away with it. Wow. A lot of plot momentum from this mission. This, I feel like, was one of my favorites, if only just because we finally had some major plot movement in this map. We learned pretty much everything there is to learn about the Mokhtar. We learned about Tregok a bit more and his resurrection, or like what his reawakening, and what happened to the Orcs' original home. It's really interesting. I don't know where this can go. Like, Gorthog's interested in figuring out the conspiracy with Inara. I think we, the players/viewers, should know at this point it was Zoya. It was, I mean, Zoya basically brainwashed Inara into blaming Blen, into supporting Wrath to blaming Blen, and planting the seed into Wrath's head that they needed to go. It was all Blen's fault. When in reality, it was Phoenix Regiment, I think, burned down the forest because they're fire people, and then Wolf Regiment killed all the civilians that we saw. I think there was Darkfang, and then Larig as well. Larig is now dead. Question I have too is, Darkfang, remember how Zoya sent him to the Pearl of Lore to participate in the betrayal map? Did he know that he was basically getting sent to spring a trap and, by extension, die? Did he know that? It seems like he was in on all the schemes, but did he realize that Zoya was like, hey, go and get yourself killed so that I can blame Blen? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. That was from so long ago, and I doubt that that's actually important at this point. We'll just pretend that he was in on it and he didn't expect to die. But he was lucky that Blen just happened to let him live, I suppose. Otherwise, he would have been killed. Yeah, so Dorbrick is still out there. Bull Regiment is still definitely a thing, but he has attained his revenge. Again, as usual, characters are really not allowed to die unless it is to complete another character's arc of vengeance. So Bull Regiment, Phoenix Regiment, Falcon Regiment, definitely still out there. Not sure if Dragon Regiment has anything left. Bear Regiment's gone. Wolf Regiment's still out there. I think that's all of them. We don't know what happened to the Grey Guard. We know that Blen was imprisoned, but they never suffered any military defeats, so it's unclear what happened to them. Maybe they were just absorbed into the Golden Guard. Not sure there. Or maybe into Iron Fist. Who knows? So that's where we're at with the regiments. And now Gorthog has this group of Mokhtar, but he's unsure what he's able to accomplish because he assumes people won't trust him. Though I'd be curious. I just imagine Amari would be more than welcoming. I guess there will now be a succession crisis with the Orcs because Gorthog, who was the designated successor, is gone. No pigmen to bring into the tribal dominion. Murlocs are firmly with us and Gorthog, maybe. I'm curious to see where he goes or what he's going to do. He says he wants to hunt down Tregok's minions, but we don't actually know who any of the other ones even are. There are still Mokhtar, and it's now confirmed that they were Tregok's minions, so Krogar's going off to do something else, and he took all the reserves and a majority of the Mokhtar army with him, so that still exists to be doing Tregok's wishes. And then Inara assassinated Lokar. Iron Thunder clan is still a thing, but now they don't have a chieftain, and it's unclear exactly what Inara's end goal is here anymore. It seems like on its face, she's like, no, we're not going to abandon the war. We're going to go and link back up with the rest of our forces, and we are going to properly continue killing the humans as we wanted. Though, I'm not sure how indoctrinated she is, where now she's going to try to maybe assassinate Amari because she doesn't like that she's bringing in non-warlike races, or maybe it's just she's just mind-fucked to the point where all she wants to do is be super ultra hostile. So she still remains as that, like, remnant of orc traditionalism, that, like, warlike traditionalism that Amari is trying to sort of stamp out. And now that Gorthog's gone, now that Rangul's gone and Efrog's gone, there aren't that many people left to kind of keep that tradition on. Zermag had that coming to Jesus moment at the end of Horse and Rider, where he looked upon the dying Red Fist and thought about, like, mercy and, like, being fueled by rage, and how he's, like, rethinking that. Destroyer obviously just wants to kill people, but also seems to sort of be on board with Amari's new age. So there'll be a resolution to that story, but I don't expect he's going to be the one who's leading the charge to stand in the way. And I think that that is now going to fall upon Inara and probably Sasrogarn. That's my thought. I feel like the Sasrogarn hasn't had much going on, but it's been clear that he's, like, been really effed up from the invasion going poorly, and now does not want to really be involved, and, you know, coward, scared, etc., etc. Still feels like because he was there for Siege of Combe that it's not a super fitting narrative for him. I feel like he should not be a hero in Siege of Combe if we're meant to think, oh, everything about him is cowardice, blah, blah, blah. But it really set the scene way back in Mission 1 or 2. Yeah, it was Mission 2, where he rats on Amari. And that's how she gets exiled. Okay, just going over all sorts of lore stuff today. But this was a cool mission because a lot happened, a lot of movement with a lot of the factions. And, yeah, a lot that I really did not expect. Because it's the bait and switch, and then they do it again, or Shar does it again. Because the bait and switch is, oh my gosh, Gorthog's dead. And then he's brought back, but as a Mogtar, which is a whole set of different implications. And we learn all about Tregok stuff. And then, at the end, a chieftain still dies, which is Lokar. It is not who you would expect to go out at this point. Lokar was a bro in Second Orc Book, and he is very practical, but in True Story, he doesn't have that much going on anymore, unfortunately. He has good ideas, but isn't able to execute on them here at the end, unfortunately. I think Inara is still going to link back up with Amari, but I'm very, very curious to see how it's going to go when she does. All right, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.